Yes, very good afternoon, children. So let us today discuss question answers. All of you, please join quickly. Yesterday we have discussed is about quiz. So today I just want to discuss some of the extra questions. Okay, regarding this, and today is the last discussion of this same lesson, and tomorrow I'll discuss grammar. Okay, so get ready with that. So children, please join quickly. So question is that what is early man's outlook for fire? Okay, so answer I have written for you. If you want to write these answers, you can write, or you can if you want to keep the soft copy with you, we can keep. Okay, better to write in your notebook. All the time in front of that screen is also not good. Okay, what is early man's outlook for fire? So answer is that he was scared of fire. Okay, of course fire was discovered by them. Okay, but they were very much scared of fire. Early man might have seen volcanoes or lightning before he started using fire, and was hence knew it was dangerous and powerful. Here means fire, whatever they have watched, these are the wildfire only. It's talking about wildfire. Okay, that we have also seen last year, even it was this year also, up to February or March month, in Australia. In Australia you have seen that wildfire. It destroyed that full life, animals, then birds, trees, everything. Okay, so they might have seen this destruction. Okay, so that's why they were very much scared of fire. Okay, and they have definitely seen volcanoes or lightning before he started using fire, and was hence he knew that it was very dangerous and powerful. So this is the very easy way to write answers. I have written it for you and you have understood it very carefully. I understood this. So please write down. Not now, after this class. Okay. Now next question is that give some examples of fuel. You know it very well. What are the things? Okay. Wood, coal, cooking gas, that is LPG, and petrol are examples of fuel. Okay. So you just try to write it down. Examples of fuel, you can write it very easily. Wood, coal, cooking gas, petrol are some of the examples of fuel. Okay, so now our third question. Third question is that why gaps are left between buildings during construction? Yesterday I have already discussed this one. Why these gaps are important? Okay. While constructing nowadays, whenever we are going any apartment or any mall, you can feel the same thing. Okay, before this construction, they have to approve this same thing, that they are giving fulfilling proper requirement. Okay, so here gaps are left between buildings during construction only to reduce the risks of fire. Okay, before preparing this one, whenever that construction companies and all, they are making this kind of building, they have to grant this thing, proper approval they need. So that's why nowadays in this, if you go to any kind of apartment, you will find the gaps of the building. Okay, even in Ambuja also you can see the same thing. Those who have visited Ambuja colony, they will also feel the same thing. Isn't it? Gaps are there. So gaps are left between buildings during construction to reduce the risk of fire. Why this kind of gap? If we give this kind of gap, we can get proper light also, wind also, and even it deduct the risk of fire. So this is the best part. Why not we follow all those things? But earlier people, they were not even living 1 feet distance. They were not at all interested in living space. If you go to the city, old cities, okay, so these are the most tragic part. Whenever there is any kind of a natural disaster, people dies only because of this kind of buildings and all. So this was absolutely means we should not accept all those things. We are just neglecting this part. Nowadays nobody will grant this kind of construction. So gaps are left. That's why it is very, very important to give gaps between buildings. Okay, during construction. Why to make this one? To reduce the risks of fire. Got it? So number 4. How has the discovery of fire helped the mankind? Okay, so discovery of fire helped the mankind, of course, but how? So answer is that discovery of fire has helped the early man to cope with nature. Discovery of fire has helped the early man to cope with nature. It also helped them adapt a settled mode of life. Okay, so try to understand this one. Discovery of fire. Okay, it really all on a sudden they have discovered this thing. Okay, and it also helped them to adapt a settled mode of life. Okay, they tried to learn. It gives us warmth. It makes our life easy. Earlier people, they were used to eat raw food, but when they started discovering the fire, so they started burn the item and all. They understood that it becomes soft, and it after eating it we find a taste. So that's why it helped them to adapt a settled mode of life. They understood that yes, we have to settle somewhere. So all these things are related with one another. These are the natural things, and they understood, it made them easy to fight against this nature also. During this cold, this fire give them comfort. Isn't it? This fire give them proper food to digest. Some of the food, whenever they are eating after burning this, it becomes soft and tasty also. So they understood this one. Got it? So anybody has got any problem up to this question number 1, 2, 3, 4 I have already discussed. You understood? Akshat Tiwari, nowadays you are not attending classes regularly? Any problem, beta? Okay, so let me continue. So now, how fire is a good servant? How fire is a good servant? Of course, it's a good servant, but how? So fire, answer is that fire is a good servant when kept under control. Fire helps us do many things in most of our home. Okay, we cook our food on fire. We use fire to keep us warm during extreme winter. It is also used to generating electricity. Got it? So fire is a good servant. Why it is good? If we use it under control. If we use it under control, but when it will go beyond control, then it will be the bad servant. It will destroy everything. So those who are using fire, it's necessary to learn how to use fire, how to take care of that one. It is very important. but don't try to play with fire. Okay, I observed some of the children, in their childhood they like to play with fire, they like to play with diyas, they like to play with some of the burning materials, they enjoy this one. But this kind of game really leads you to destruction. So dear children, nobody should do this kind of thing. Okay, when kept under control, fire helps us do many things in most of our home. We cook our food on fire, we use fire to keep us warm during extreme winter. Okay, during extreme winter, this fire, it helps us to keep us warm. It is also used to generating electricity. Without this, it's not at all possible. So understood, my dear children? So fire is a good servant. When kept under control, fire helps us do many things in most of our home. So we cook our food on fire, we are cooking it, and we use fire to keep us warm during extreme winter. So this much it is clear to you, I hope. Now I would like to discuss question number 6. क्लास ले रहे भैया, बाद में आओ नहीं तो कितना सारा तो दिया आज,
ये 19-20 का है मैडम.
ओके देखते हुआ. Okay dear children, so you understood this one? Any question regarding the same? Okay, very good. So all of you will write it down? Yes. So now, next question. See, before fire brigades were set out, how people tried to put out fire? Okay, in olden days, there were no, fire brigades. Okay, this kind of facilities, whatever we are getting now, earlier it was not. Okay, earlier it was not. So, how people tried to control fire? It was of course very difficult, but how they did the same thing, so let us know. Answer is that before the fire brigade came into the picture, people used to extinguish fire forming human chain. What is human chain? Yes, एक के बाद एक जो line बना के खड़े रहना, this is called human chain. And I think you have seen this pic also I have shown, again I will show you today. Everyone was a fireman in that scenario. People used to pass buckets filled with water from a pond or well through each other, and the person at the extreme end used to pour it over the flames. Okay, so here before the fire brigade came into the picture, people used to extinguish fire forming human chain. People used to stand one after another. Okay, they used to make line, whole villagers. They used to stand one, one after another, and they create a chain. And everybody they used to carry one bucket. Okay, bucket or pot, whatever they have, they used to carry one, and this chain, it will lead up to pond to that place where fire is there. And they are working in that particular place as a fireman, everyone. And people used to pass buckets filled with water from a pond or well through each other, and the person at the extreme end used to pour it over the flames. Okay, and last man who is just standing nearby these flames, you will just pour it down. So it was not a very easy task earlier. it was not a very easy task. Okay, it was not a very easy task. So now we have all these fire extinguisher, we have fire brigade, and they are helping us a lot. They are not only helping in putting out this fire, they are working as a they are giving first aid also. They are taking full responsibility. They have different technique, but earlier it was not there. Okay, earlier it was not there. So it was a very dangerous scenario in that particular time, olden age. So dear children, so don't play with fire now also. Okay, it is really very dangerous. So fire is master when it is under our control, and if it goes beyond control, then everything will be destroyed. So all of you will take very good care of this thing. Clear? Very good. Now next question. I think this is the last question. Okay. So now question is that how have we learned to control fire? Okay, how have we learned to control fire? So answer is that, listen, it's a very important thing. So every year we spend millions of rupees for fighting fires. We spend even large sum of money to find out ways to prevent fire from happening and going out control. In the process, we have learned to control fire and use it for our betterment. So it's a matter every year it's happening like this, but our government, they're spending lots for this, millions of rupees they're spending for this. Okay, this we spend, meaning government spend even large sum of money to find out ways to prevent fire. That how they are just trying to preventing fire with the help of fire brigade. Okay, and what they are doing, they are giving 24/7 service. If it is at night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, morning hour, evening hour, daytime, afternoon, whatever it is, if you give a single call, they will then and there they will come. They are always in alert mood. They are always in the mood of go. Okay, and they have different techniques. First of all, they will cut the wires, they will bring stairs to take out people, children, old people from houses. Okay, and they try to use fire extinguisher. This training in our school also you are getting. So A, B, C, this kind of how, if it is from LPG, which one they will use. If it is cut from electricity, what they will do. If it is from any kind of oil, how they will lead that one. So they have different technique, and they are giving first aid service also. This is the most important thing, because in this particular moment people used to get wounds also, and they need treatment, and they are doing the same. So they are well trained people. They are well trained people. Okay, so in this way they are trying to, we have learned to control fire and use it for our betterment. So whenever fire is our master, meaning fire is our friend, when it is under our control, it is absolutely depends on us. Okay, at home everything is depends on us. See, if it is electric fire also, after using your things, suppose you have turned on your AC, okay, now you are not in need of same, don't keep it it like this, you just turn off the system. If you are not watching TV, you turn off. Okay, if you are not using geyser, you turn off. Okay, unnecessarily you don't keep the system everything on. Okay, if it is in need, if you are not in need of the same thing, you just turn off. This is the first prior thing. And you watch whether your mama, after finishing food and all, cooking, she had, stopped the gas button or not. You check this one. Okay, everything you check it. So that means what? You can stop disaster. This is the most important part of our life. So we should not avoid all those things. So my dear children, I hope this lesson you have understood very nicely. Bookish question also I have discussed. You just write it down, and these are the some extra question I have made it for you. So you just go through this one. And now my dear children, if you have any kind of doubts, you just ask me your doubts. Those who have doubt, they can ask me. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me your doubt. Dekho, this is called human chain. I said I will tell you how they used to pass buckets, pots. Okay, they all are here, all are working as a fireman. Okay, and he is pouring down, he is pouring it in that flame. So in this way they used to control fire. It was very difficult, not easy. So understood this lesson. So my dear children, now you can ask me your doubts regarding the same. And tomorrow I am planning to discuss grammar. Okay. After that I'll start meadow surprises. Okay. So my dear, you can write your doubt. No doubt. Very good. Who is there in Nilampal ma'am's account? I think is it Manthan? Okay, so please children, all of you just try to learn whatever I have given to you. Okay, whatever I have discussed, you just read it, relearn, and read this lesson. This time we are going to give you multiple choice questions. So all of you be prepared for the same. Okay, CBSE recommends only MCQs. So we are planning to give the same. So you can't avoid. You can't avoid the same. So better to do the same. You read this lesson nicely. Only reading lesson is enough, more than enough. So if I ask any kind of question, you can easily answer. And if you do not read anything, do not read the lesson, if I give any kind of questions, you can't answer. Okay, so all of you understood this lesson, yes or no? Okay. So those who have missed out yesterday's class, they just watch this, short question, multiple choice question. These are really interesting. Okay. So please, you just ask me your doubt. See, this is human chain. Okay. And one more thing I would like to show you. I have already discussed with you. See, firemen. Actually, see, their dress is also different. Okay, and they are bringing stairs. They are taking out people from the building. They are using very long pipe, and they are spraying. Okay. So what they are doing? They are spraying also. They are just cutting out that electric lines. So all these things they are doing. They are well trained people. They are well trained. So there were no firemen earlier. So it was risky also. So dear children, if you have any doubts, you just ask me your doubt now. And these firemen, they are well trained people. Okay, they are well trained people, and that's why for them it is very easy to control. Okay, they can control it within half an hour or 1 hour. They can easily control it. They have this technique. Okay, they are using this technique, and they have fire extinguisher also. They know if it is electricity, it is from electric fire, they how to control these. If it is natural, then also they how to control. They are knowing all those things. So for them it's very easy. So government also spend lots of money for that. Okay, but one thing is that nobody should play with fire unnecessarily. You should handle it. Yes, we have to learn how to utilize it. If I say you don't go in front of that fire, this is not justified. Now you are in class 7th, you have to know. You have to know its use and how to control it, how to use it. So all these things you should know. ठीक है ना? Okay. So dear, anything you just want to ask me? Anything? Anybody has got any doubt? No doubt? Okay. So today you write down this question answers and send it to me. Only few children they are writing and showing. Okay, not all. So those who are writing, they can send, click at least in WhatsApp also you can show. What's wrong in it? This is not a very difficult task I am giving. All the question answers, extra question, MCQs, everything I have discussed, but you have to write down only textual question. The extra question also you write, it's good. Textual also you just watch. Okay, textual you just write down this answer. You will really enjoy. These are the most important and very mandatory for you. So you should do. Okay. So shall I dismiss my class now? Okay children, thank you very much. Thank you for attending this class. See you tomorrow. I'll teach you grammar tomorrow. Okay, so get ready with that. This is the last lesson, last lecture for this fire, friend and foe. If you have any doubts, you just ask me, or if you do not have, I'm completing. Yes, you just write down question answers. You write your own, try to learn. I know you can write it. Okay? Okay dear children, thank you very much. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.